This is a presentation on the new Dental SideKick MP, the multi-platform chairside patient education program. Now this program will work and load onto servers, PCs, laptops, Apple computers, online, on the internet, with the cloud, tablets, and smartphones. Now this is a single site license program, which means that you can load it onto your server, you can load it onto a laptop, you can load it onto tablets, whatever you'd like, and as many as you'd like within that single site location. And you can put it in as many operatories as you'd like. It's all covered under one license. All right, this is the program. Let's take a look at an overview of this product. It's designed to help the patient better understand what you as the dentist is talking about. They don't always understand dentistry, so they need a visual explanation to go along with your verbal explanation in order to buy more dentistry. So a quick review, a tour of what we've got. The program screen will size to any size monitor that you have. This is the default screen, by the way, which happens to be whitening, home whitening. Now we have menu, which is actually two menus in one. We have the traditional menu where you can click and you can pick out whatever it is that you're looking for. You want to make sure that you're clicking those little diamonds. And we also have a search menu, a smart menu. So I can type in just the first couple of letters of something, and all on four or for whatever comes up for those letters will come up in a drop-down menu. So it's very simple to use. If I want to add more to that, as I'm looking more back to implants, let's go to immediate implants. So we have a drop-down menu and we have a smart menu. Now on each side of the menu, we have image, animation, and movies. This is the animation. It's a static explanation where the doctor can go in, explain what they've got. Poor mouth structure, teeth removed, 8 implants top and bottom, and with new teeth in place. We have animation that will show how that actually works. So the teeth are removed. The doctor again can give his or her own explanation, or they can play an audible explanation by clicking the little audio icon in the bottom left-hand side. You can play full animation, full screen, like so, by just simply clicking the animation, expand the picture list on the far right. And then we have movies.
A dental implant is a substitute for teeth, and in many...
And again, you can make them full screen. They play audibly in English and Spanish. You can drag the play bar to any area within the movie that you'd like, and you can stop it and talk about it and explain it and so forth, and make your own explanations. You can draw on any screen by clicking the drawing tool and then simply draw onto the screen what's going to happen. You can draw on different colors. That's what this is all about. Any screen that you see, you can add your own information to. Let's go to home whitening as example. You can add as many images to your own presentation as you would like. Click on the image. You can move that image around. You can size the image to be any size. You can move it away. Now let's add some images. So let's do design, add your image. These are images that we have on file for our doctors to use, but you can go get your own images if you'd like as well. They got to live someplace on your computer or thumb drive or network or so forth, but each image that you bring in should be a JPEG extension. So we brought in an image over here. We've got this one here, and I can move these around. I can move this one around. I can, whatever you want to do. Now, if I'd like this to be a permanent image for my presentation, and I'm going to keep it for the next person that comes in, I can make it any size, and I can put it any place. And then I can save this by, well, let's do one more for grins, this one. And for whatever reason, we'll save that one down here too. Put this one back over. And now I save image, close the program, and anytime I leave this program or go do something else, when I bring it back, these images are in the same spot. And I can pull them up and I can move them around and I can make them as large as I'd like and so forth. So you have a tremendous amount of flexibility with this program. Show your own patients their own x-rays, their own before and after illustrations, and show them work that you've done, your cases, and what they can expect and what they should realize, etc. Now, we also have animation, and animation is just purely so that you can show that patient a visual explanation of what you're explaining to them. You can stop and draw on the explanation. You can email the images and so forth to your patient. You can do just about anything that you'd like. These images or animations are somewhere between 5 to 15 seconds, 25 seconds long in some cases. And then we have movies, and the movies are 2 to 2.5 minutes long.
Tooth whitening is the #1 request.
And again, you can play them full screen by clicking this icon, and you can drag it along to any place along the line that you'd like and show whatever it is that you would like to show, and you can stop the presentation and you can draw on it and so forth. Now, if you'd like to play a playlist of information, just go to the movie playlist at the top of the screen, and you can see that we have some material there now. Let's just explain what we have here. We have all of the movies for the presentation on this side. You can play any single one of them by just simply clicking on it.
We use the latest state-of-the-art laser equipment for many of our procedures.
But you can also pick out whatever it is that you want to show and move it around and so forth. And now I have a play sequence of different movies. Maybe I'd like to rearrange them any way that I'd like. I want Invisalign first. I want braces second. I want brushing third. And wait a minute. Gotta bring that back down here. And Invisalign first. So that's the play sequence that I want, and I can save it as a sample test and then save that. Now, I can press play and it will play one after another as one long movie, no split in between movies or anything. I have a loop where if it's lit up green, it will play all of these movies, then go back and play them again and play them again and play them again until you stop the program. Or you can take the loop off and it will play just those movies and then stop. I can recall any list, let's say implants, a little short movie here, and I wanted to also add a couple of screens to that list, and I want to play those for that patient. That's fine. I can do that. When I'm done, I simply clear that listing. This one's still saved. I can save everything in English and Spanish.
Blanqueamiento de dientes es el procedimiento dental.
Or I can play those things in just English.
Tooth whitening is...
And how you change back and forth is settings. And there's English and Spanish right here. So anything, the entire program is audible and in text, in English and in Spanish. And then we have text for 25 other languages that you can change that text to be anything that you'd like it to be, within reason. Let's take a look at images. Here's one. Let's move that away, and let's add a couple of images. So I have 3 or 4 different screens here that I can show, and in sequence I may want to bring them up just one after another, or I can shrink them down and set them up in some sort of order like this. But it gets to be a very nice presentation when you're able to show this type of stuff, and you can pull this stuff in advance and you can save it and you can move it around and you can do whatever frankly, whatever you want with it. But let's save this, and then let's say I want to email all of this information to my patient so that they can share this information with their loved ones at home. So I simply click email, and I'll send it to myself. Test email with images. So click send, and off we go. Now you can play, as I mentioned, the audible.
An implant is a titanium root which can be placed into the jawbone.
And you can start and stop that, and you can play the movie and so forth. Where's that text at? Because when I email something, text goes along with it. Well, if you look into the text box with this big A, there it is. And that's what's read audibly for the animation. That's the text that is emailed along with your images. Now, you can change the text yourself. So you can go in and type away, just crazy, just cut and paste, whatever you want to do. So here it is, and now you save that. Now the next time you bring that up, your information will be there. However, if you'd ever like to go back to the default, all you do is just click someplace within that box, give one space, click default. We're back to default. Next time I bring it up, there's your default. Now there's one other feature. If you were to want to change any of the language, you can change that, let's say Italian. And then there's Italian. You can print that right along with the image. You can also go back to default just to English, or you can go from Italian to what other language that you'd like, and we'll go to Russian. But it's really that quick. And then you have informed consent that you can print out, and or you can email the informed consent in English to any patient that you'd like. So we've got images, we've got animation, we've got movies. You can stop any animation or movie. You can draw all over it. You can play audible in English and Spanish. You can create movie sequences. You can edit the text. You have informed consent that you can print out. There's a help button that has movies and explanations and links to additional procedures and or images that you can input. And then we did email. Let's go take a look at that email now. So the procedure links, there they are. And this is the text that came right along with it. Click on your image and they can look at each one of them. This is a program that helps patients better understand what you're trying to get across to them. They don't understand dentistry, but they do care about what their dental options are. So show them the necessary treatment for their procedure, and then ask them, would you like to see what your options are? It's amazing the results that you'll get. If you show a crown and bridge where you have to destroy a couple of teeth, as opposed to implant that will be a permanent solution and guard against jawbone reduction and tissue reduction. Even though it's a little bit more, you'll be surprised at how many more procedures you'll actually sell. We can actually take a look at a couple of other, some of the material that's in this program. Hard tissue, anatomy, cavities. Whatever helps you better understand, have the patient better understand what's going on. That's what we're trying to provide. Crowns. Tooth replacement options. What happens if you don't replace your teeth? Here's the animation. Teeth fall in. teeth shifts, gum reduction, bone reduction. Smile makeovers. Disorders, TMJ. There are hundreds of examples and presentations that will help you sell dentistry. Give us a call at 916-988-2323. Thank you.